Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to my students. I am your biology teacher from United Public School, Tandur. As I said, biology teacher, which means my subject was bio, and this was a 10th class biology. Okay? And how are you, students? I hope you all are fine, right? Starting our today's class with a topic that is water and photosynthesis, right? We are in our first chapter, that is nutrition. Don't forget the name of the lesson, that is nutrition. And before going to our class, just recall our last class, what we have discussed. Okay, we have discussed about the presence of starch in plants. We have done an experiment by which we have proved that the presence of starch is the presence of starch in leaves, which means leaves contains a starch. We have confirmed this, and today we will discuss about this topic, that is water and photosynthesis. In class 8, we have already studied about that. Von Helmont, he found out water is essential for the increase of plant mass, which means water is very essential for the growth of plants. Or on that time, he didn't know about the photosynthesis, but however later he found that the increase in plant body mass is due to the presence of photosynthesis. Later he was discussed that the increase of plant mass, the plant material is because because of the presence of photosynthesis, which means photosynthesis helps in growth of plant. Okay, understood? And another topic, that is air and photosynthesis. Let us discuss about an experiment on photosynthesis. As in our earlier topic, we said that photosynthesis is necessary for the growth of for the growth of plant mass. So let us discuss an experiment on photosynthesis. This experiment helps us that the role of air in the process of photosynthesis. It helps us the function of the air in the function, how it is important, the air in the process of photosynthesis. Joseph Priestley, his lifespan was from 1733 to 1804. In Joseph Priestley lifespan was this, and Joseph Priestley in 1770 he performed a series of experiments, which means step by step experiment. Series means step by step experiment. This experiment revealed means it proved that the essential of rule of air on the growth of green plants, which means the essential function of air on the growth of green plants. So on that time they don't know about the photosynthesis, right? As you know, who discovered oxygen? If not, then let me recall that oxygen was discovered by Priestley. The Joseph Priestley only discovered the oxygen in 1774. He just discovered present oxygen in gases. Later, the name of oxygen was coined by Lavoisier. Lavoisier coined the name of oxygen by naming that oxygen in 1775. In 1774, Priestley discovered oxygen. In 1775, Lavoisier coined the name of the oxygen. Right? Understood? So now let us discuss about an experiment on photosynthesis which Joseph Priestley done. Okay? So Priestley concluded an experiment in which he placed a candle inside the bell jar, and later he placed a mouse inside it. Later he observed Priestley observed the candle burning inside the closed bell jar was distinguished, which means candle which is on fire now. The fire will be gone. And the mouse feeling suffocated in the closed space of bell jar, and he was about to die, which means he can't breathe. He was feeling suffocated. Then he concluded that the burning candle or the animal, both or these both burning candle and the animal both are damaging the air, which means they are polluting the air. They are breathing inside, so they are releasing carbon dioxide. So inside the bell jar, oxygen was gone and carbon dioxide is released. Then he placed a mint plant. Mint, you know now the mint plant he placed inside the same bell jar. Inside this same bell jar, he placed a mint plant. Then he found out the mouse is stayed alive. He stayed alive, and the candle was also lightning, which means mouse is stayed alive and candle is a lighting from the outside of the burning. Then Priestley confirmed that the plants restoring the air what breathing animals and burning candles removes. The gases, the carbon dioxide which is releasing from the animal and the candle, this animal and the candle, these gases releases in bell jar. These gases are restoring by this plant, which means oxygen releasing by this plant and carbon dioxide releasing by these plants, and if the air was restoring by this, which means a cycle is going on. This plant needs oxygen, animals, and animals needs plants. So do you find out any relationship between the candle rat and mint plant? Yes, we found that there is the occurring a gaseous process occurring inside the shell jar, bell jar. Okay. Then later, however, Priestley experiment confirmed that the gases exchange was going on inside the bell jar and plants were giving out a gas, plant releasing out a gas, and this gas is supporting in burning and essential of the survival of animal. This gas helps in survival of animals and helps in lighting this candle light, which means the both are meant for each other. They are working together, the plant, the animal, and the candle. Okay, clear, understood? But as we are saying, plants are taking the released carbon dioxide from the mouse, which is released from the mouse. This was taken by the plants. Then a question will arrive that, but how do plants take that air and utilizes carbon dioxide for in the process of photosynthesis and oxygen for preparation? And how will it use carbon dioxide and how will it prepare oxygen from the plant? Okay, we will discuss that. So by this we have completed our Priestley experiment. Right, understood? And the massive amount of gases exchange occur through the stomata, which is present in usually it is present in the leaf. As long as they open the stomata, as long as the stomata opens, while plant also carrying on gases exchange through loose tissues in the stem, roots, etc. As long when the stomata opens, then plants also carried out the gaseous exchange, which means gases are exchanging through the loose tissues which is present inside the stem, roots, and different parts of the plant, etc. Right? So children, your today's homework was just do this Priestley experiment. What Priestley experiment says and what is the process occurring inside it. What is the step-by-step series of experiments occurring in this air and photosynthesis topic. Just do this a little bit. Don't be doing lengthy. Just a little bit. Okay. Do this experiment and submit in your group chat. I hope you are understanding. Okay, thank you students, and have a nice day.